You know what? I don't know what the is going on here anymore. Look, I have a dog. What's a language you'd like to learn? I don't know. Probably English. Does anybody remember the girl group Dream? No. Wait, is that her name? Forgettable. Running a country is very stressful. I was about to say special. What's wrong with me? Just because you had turned a year older doesn't mean you just get your ass eaten. None of this is funny. It's not that funny. Why am I doing this to myself? Oh my god, I have to giggle so bad. It wasn't even that funny. It's so sad how it hurts. I'm crying. Chungus hates it. Come back, honey. It was like silly or whatever. It wasn't that funny. But I can't stop laughing. It was so stupid.
No, actually, definitely did kill himself. We saw a real friend.
Oh my god! I can't stop crying! Hi, honey. It's okay. This isn't something that you just announced, sir. I think Courtney just broke. I know. It was funny. Oh, Chungus, what's wrong? Can someone please? I was gonna say, I don't know anymore. Oh, my fart cone. It just encourages retarded behavior. Oh, you guys. I don't think we need to watch some dude with a wine-stained mouth who brushes his hair with a balloon whine and cry about a man he hasn't spoken to in 10 years. It was fine. What was I doing again? Poor kid. It was kind of his fault. I'm drinking my Coors Light. Kiss my husband goodnight. Then I got in my truck. And then I yelled out, what the? This ain't your typical honky-tonk. It's a really good song. A beep, 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 beep. This has been an Penelope show. Do, 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 do. We're do, no, no. Boop, 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 boop. It's the Penelope show. That's your song. Thank you. Beep, 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 beep. Do, 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 do. Beep, 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 the Penelope Penelope show. Oh. You couldn't give a about this, could you? Yeah. So what I've gathered from this is that I don't know what I'm talking about. Hello. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Babbling Courtney Brooke, where I am very annoying. So, as you can see, I've been obsessively slamming Diet Cokes. Oh, man, they're so good. I feel like they're an appetizer present. Anyway, Courtney, has anything exciting happened to you recently? No. Nothing really has happened. The dogs and I have been going on walks, but I do think it's time for like an ultimate crash diet. I think I'm going to only eat steaks and vegetables and a little bit of fruit for the next like 5 weeks. And every time I think I'm getting hungry, I am going to hula hoop instead of give food. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do. What's that going to do for me in 5 weeks? I don't know. But I hope it at least helps me drop a little bit of weight and gain a little bit of discipline, because lately it's been a free for all and it's been awful. All right. Hi, Saw. Let me guess. You're number one? Courtney Russ, hello. And Vengeance Demon, hello. Breathe the Booker, hello. And Carrie R. Michael Coulter, hello. AV Tom, hello. Pope Elmo. Wow. Hello. Frank's here. Douglas Dauntless. Did you get a blowout? No, I had my hair up in a bun and then I took it down. It's actually quite the opposite. I look like a mess. Try fasting. Oh, you sweet summer child. Do I have to go over this again? I should actually just stop talking about my my eating habits and stuff, because it does seem to, I do have to like over explain like what binge eating disorder is and how it affects people, and I'm not good at it, I think, is the problem. And nobody likes to do things that they're bad at. So don't fast, slow instead. And this is what I want to know. What does that mean? Does that just mean eat all the time? Just slow, just graze? That's how you graze, apparently. What is wrong with me? I'm trying to pull this thing up. I should have had it pulled up. Oh, that. Oh, good. I'm so glad I clicked on this, because I forgot that I was going to talk about that. Ow. Courtney, have you not realized yet that I make no sense? That I sense no make? No, because when I read your comments, I process them as normal. Frank, how's your ankle? And also, how's your balls? Why did I ask that? I don't fucking know. I don't know. Okay, so I saw this and I needed to bring this up. Man, I got new deodorant and I love the smell of it. Anyway, so I saw this and I had to bring this up. Elon Musk is essentially saying, yeah, Optimus will bring food to your car next year. So this is, his little robot Optimus that he was promoting. He had Kim Kardashian promoting this thing, and she of course was like a super pervert and was doing like nude posing and weird stuff because she's a creep. And so anyway, so this is Optimus, which, wow, such an original name. You named it after a friggin' transformer. Already not a fan, but now he's saying that essentially this robot with an unoriginal name is going to be the server at the stupid Tesla diner, which apparently there's a Tesla diner. It looks like a drive-in theater. Like the pictures that I saw, it looked like, let's see if I can find it. The Tesla diner is like, it looked like a drive-in theater. It looked like basically you pull in. Okay, yeah. You could like pull in and charge your Tesla, and then they bring food out to you. It looks like there might be some dine-in restaurant situation happening there, but I'll mute this for. I feel like it's kind of weird to be pausing that dumb music. So like but you can see that there's like big giant movie theater screens. And one of the pictures I saw of it, it actually looked like there was a movie playing on the screen. But see, like in the corners there, you could see like there's Teslas, they're backed in and they're charging. And so it looks like you pull up and you charge your Tesla, and then somebody can come out and bring you food like an old school diner. But he is saying that he's going to replace servers with the robot here. Oh, Scoundrel, hello. Press 1 if you would like some more napkins. Press 2 if you would like some more ketchup. Press 3 if you would like some mustard. Press 4 if you'd like a cup holder. Press 5 if you... Zoom cool. It's all fun and games until it deliberately puts robot fluid on your burger. Or just, I mean, like, also, the robot has skates on. That's not good. But it's a robot. But why do we want a robot to serve food to us? So, my first thought when I was looking at this, I was like, for somebody who wants everybody to bring more humans into the world, seems like he really wants to eliminate the human connection. Like he wants to just completely eliminate human interaction and human connection. Like, I'm sorry, but that just kind of defeats the reasoning behind having more humans. Like, why wouldn't we just make more robots to have robots take over the world, and then we don't have to make humans anymore? Right? They have one Optimus serving popcorn on the second floor. He's really slow at doing it, though. Well, they're saying that by next year, so perhaps like they're testing it out with little popcorn guy, and they really needed to rename it. Skynet will eventually come online. I think that, like, I mean, why would somebody be sitting there and encouraging the reproduction of humans when this is their whole plan anyway. There are certain things that I think could potentially be cost effective when it comes to running your business if you replace the human with the robot, but that's a big old maybe. Because if you think about it, you're either spending a bunch of money on IT support, you're spending a bunch of money on internet services, and all of that, right? Instead of just like giving a human being a slight raise. So it seems like you're saving money because you're not paying an hourly wage to somebody, and instead you just have the screen, but all of the maintenance and everything along those lines, like, it just seems in the long run, like, who is going to be the tech support? A human. Who here? Raise your hand if you would like a robot to help you with tech support. If you want the tech that's broken to help you with tech support. Not I. So obviously you're going to have to be paid, like a human is going to have to be paid somewhere, right? So you have to be paying for a service of sorts to keep this going, or you can just pay for a person to do it. So I think it's completely useless. And honestly, like if you had, I think it's like pretty obvious. People pay for their experience. Like they're willing to pay more money for their experience than they are for the product, right? So you have like, I've worked in sales before where people, they don't care as much about the product as they are about the service. And they're more willing to pay more money for good service than they are for just a thing, right? So paying or charging, $20 for a burger and just the burger, you have to, it's all a la carte. You have to pay an extra $5 for the fries, an extra $5 for the drink, and blah, 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 blah. And then a robot brings it out to you. Nobody wants that. But you get like a hot chick with a banging bod and a cute short skirt. Perhaps she can even roller skate. I think that I wouldn't be able to do the roller skating. I would lose a tooth. Yeah. People are going to probably pay upwards of $50 for their fucking meal for that. Because a hot chick's skating around with the burger. Bringing it out to their car. It's just a fact. That's just how humans operate. So unless you want robots to be buying your burgers from you, I strongly suggest don't have a robot serving the food. What's the tip incentive for the bot? Oh, and that's another thing. Like you're less likely to get any type of tips, which of course, like it depends on how you would have like tip service go. Cause some restaurants will pool everyone's tips and then divide them evenly. And if you want to do something like that, you're not going to have that anymore. If it's just a robot, nobody wants to tip a fucking robot. Why would I tip a robot? The robot has nothing to do with anything. I don't care about the robot. The robot's not paying to live. Like you're not paying that robot services or services. You're not paying that robot an income. Well, I guess technically you are, because again, tech support, internet. Blah, 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 blah. No, Scoundrel, I'm not playing any of your stuff anymore. I got a copyright claim for playing your shit the other night. I'm not playing it anymore. You're playing on your own channel. I got a thing from Scoundrel. I need to fight that claim, actually. I forgot to. I was going to do that this morning. But I'm fighting that copyright claim. You told me to play it. So we will be asking for tips at Buttrock Baby Performances. Yes, we are not robots. Thank you. McGuinevere, sorry I'm late. Traveling home tomorrow, so I'm super scatterbrained. My man and I are watching While We Eat. Ooh, Well, right now I'm just complaining about the Tesla robot thing. Just don't piss off the robot. McDonald's robots will be as broke down as the shake machines. Did you know that there's a whole racket behind that as to why the machine's always broken? The company that services them, so they can only get this is actually ended since this all came out, but this was like a year ago when this came out, that there was a specific company that the McDonald's franchise owners had to go through to service the machines. And even if they were functioning just fine and the franchise owner didn't want to have it serviced or whatever, it would still send signals that the machine wasn't functioning because they essentially wanted more money out of the franchise owner. And so that was the only way they could make money, was by getting the franchise owner to pay money to that company to have it serviced, even if it didn't need to be serviced. Only the service company was allowed to service the machines. Well, it wasn't like, obviously, if you have like, yes, but the twist also was that was the only company that was allowed to be the service company. So they couldn't go through a different company to service the machines. It specifically had to be that company. Oh yeah, apparently Epidemic Sounds copywriters, the songs, it's not a real copyright. They allow people to play their songs on YouTube. I didn't think about it. Well, I'm not playing it. I don't want copyright claims. I mean, I still have to fight it though. And in most cases, when you get copyright claims, you can just fight them and then it'll go away. But still, YouTube tends to like put me in jail when I get copyright claims. So it's like, oh, we can't let your stuff like get pushed through the algorithm because you just keep playing someone else's stuff. Stay under the YouTube radar. Yeah. You guys, I still have that Jennifer Love Hewitt song stuck in my head. I remember when Scoundrel had me play that one video, and right after we played it, he was like, oh, YouTube flagged my account for that. I was like, in jail like Brian Kohberger. Avoid music, it seems. Well, I mean, like, there's just certain things, like, if you're gonna make content, you should definitely be making your own content anyway, but like YouTube doesn't understand what the fuck fair use is for shit. Oh my God. Talk about a bunch of brain dead ding dongs. Like, I'm sorry, I think you're in the wrong business, YouTube. if you don't understand what fair use is. So yeah, did anybody watch the victim impact statements from Brian Kohberger? It's funny because like everyone was, oh my God, he's gonna be sentenced, but I feel like we already knew what he was gonna get sentenced to. Like we already knew that he was gonna get life in prison without the possibility of parole. And he waived his right to an appeal, so he's just gonna rot in prison for the rest of his life in Idaho. But the victim impact statements, I was listening to them when I was walking the dogs and stuff, and I listened pretty much to just like the Gonzalez family. I didn't really have a chance to listen to anyone else's victim impact statements. I listened a little bit to what's the name? Idaho, Idaho. But it was mainly the Gonzalez's, and geez. First of all, I am terrified of that sister, Olivia. Oh my God, that girl. She used the Brian's, this, I guess the survey that he did in when he was in college She quoted that in her victim impact statement. And then she outed him as a SoundCloud rapper. She was like, oh yeah, and you're just a failed rapper. I was like, I'm sorry. I had no idea that this was a thing. How embarrassing. But that girl really did. Yeah, Olivia ripped Brian a new one. She really went for it. She was like, she truly was like speaking up for her sisters in that moment. Like she was like, like my sister did not lose her voice. Like Kaylee did not lose her voice when you took her life. Like I am still, like I'm speaking for her right now. Oh, it was really powerful. And like the dad, Steve, like he turned the podium to look directly at him as he spoke to him. I was like, get him, bro, get him, Steve, get him. Oh my God. And then I think the mom ended the victim impact. She was the last in the family, in that group, I should say, to speak before they moved on to. Why do I feel like I'm pronouncing the name wrong? The Knodel family. Pull up the SoundCloud. Nope. But she ended hers by saying, yeah, you bragged about getting all A's when you were in school, but now you're going to get nothing but D's when you're in prison. And I said, oh, like I was walking the dogs as I was listening to that. And I just stopped. I went, oh no. And of course, people had a lot to say about that. They're like, oh, you're like essentially threatening him with rape. In your victim impact statement, that's not supposed to be the point behind this. And I understand, like there is a line that needs to be drawn. Kernodle, okay, Kernodle, that's okay. I don't know why I kept like thinking I was saying it wrong. Well, I was saying it a little bit wrong, but I thought I was way off. That's the first time I said their name out loud. And I really was second guessing myself. But like obviously you don't want somebody up there who is going to be, F you effing POS, you rotten hell, blah 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 blah. Like, the victim impact statement is supposed to be just that, a victim impact statement, right? And so you really don't want any people just going up there to rant and yell and scream at the perpetrator. You want them to speak about their experience after they lost their loved ones. And I don't think they really crossed the line, though. I think that all of them really did. People were saying that they were cringe, with Steve turning the podium and all that stuff. But I think that really the point that they got across was like, you wanted to be a Ted Bundy and you couldn't. And you were just a sad POS. And you think you took something from us, but we're going to do whatever we can in our power to try and create some light. Maddie, I believe it was Maddie's dad, or no, it wasn't Maddie's dad. I think it was Maddie's mom was talking about Maddie Mogan Day, which just so happens to be George Floyd anniversary day. But I think this is actually very beautiful that they essentially encourage people to do like random acts of kindness throughout the day in honor. I'm like about to cry thinking about this actually. Oh, it's really sweet, but in honor of Maddie's life. And I think that that's so special that like, that doesn't bring her back. Right. And it doesn't heal any wounds. Well, maybe it can, but like, it doesn't change. It doesn't bring her back essentially, but it can really like bring out the spirit of that person who's missing and at least try and like bring some sort of silver lining to a really tragic event in life. Ugh, I'm getting really sad. Is Courtney drinking Diet Coke from a jar? Yes. Because in this here, I can fit 2 cans in 1 jar. But I thought that was really sweet that she got to tell him, like, you think that you completely, you might think that you have power over us, but you don't, because we are going to still share positivity in this world, whether you like it or not. So suck it. But I mean, the thing is, really what I've gathered from all of this about Brian Kohberger is that, like, he wanted to be one of the heavy hitters in true crime, right? Like, he wanted to be, I'm Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer and blah, blah, blah. But he didn't even have the courage to plead guilty. Like, well, he tried to, at least, but I think his lawyers were like, honey, we're throwing spaghetti at the wall. Ain't nothing working here. You need to just cut your losses, babe. Just plead guilty. Like, Ted Bundy represented himself. Hello? Yeah, I'd like to see you try that, Brian. Oh, can't now. Too bad, so sad. You're never going to be that. He'll never be that. He is just always going to be Ted Bundy was known for being attractive, confident, charismatic. There's like a bunch of people, especially in Washington State, they have like this Ted Bundy effect where they remember a moment in time that a man was essentially like hitting on them, and then they realize, oh no, was that him? And for a lot of people, it wasn't him. Like, I know somebody who she's probably about the right age, and she was saying, around his time of kidnapping ladies, she was driving down the road heading towards Lake Sammamish, and this guy was like trying to get her to take this exit, and she was married, but she said she was unhappily married at the time, and so she was actually like, should I? But essentially was like, no, I'm technically I'm married. Doesn't matter how unhappy I am. I'm married, so no. And she was like, that's the best decision I ever made in my life. Not only because like that could have been him and I could have been murdered, but it like actually, oddly enough, Ted Bundy saved a marriage, because it actually kind of woke her up and made her realize, like, I think I need my marriage to work. And she did. They actually, by the way, I know somebody who fixed her marriage, who worked on her marriage. And I mean, to this day, I haven't talked to her in a long time. She was one of the ladies that worked at the beauty school I went to. So I haven't talked to her in like 10 years. But I mean, as the last time I spoke to her, she was still very happily married. But that's not the point of this story. Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer, for some reason, and I can't figure out why, but they're both known for being attractive and charming, right? People actually like look at them and think, like, look at them in admiration, again, for whatever reason. I don't know why. But Brian Kohberger, like, he knew he had to plead guilty. He had to, because if he didn't, it would have all come out. We already knew that he was like a loser, and just like, sad, just like a very pathetic. And he didn't want more of that information to come out. He didn't want everyone to know that he was chasing after little Maddie, who, I mean, she was what, 22 or something? She looked like she was like 12. She looked so young. She was so tiny and petite. And also he was like 29. It just seemed like there was a huge age difference. That's not like a huge age difference, but when you're 29 and like you're interacting with college students, I don't know. I remember being like 29, 30 and feeling like I was 100 years older than college students. Like, oh my God, these youngins, man. So there's that, like, the world is just so different when you're away from the school environment. And just that dynamic alone, it's like that guy, he couldn't even get women his own age. He couldn't just interact with women. He had to chase after young girls on Instagram and spy on them through their windows. And he was just creepy. He was very creepy. And he didn't want that more of that information to come out. So he had to plead guilty. Hello, Adam. The woman who was drooling over Hitler just 2 nights ago doesn't understand why women like Dahmer. Excuse me. Dahmer, Hitler was so charismatic and charming and confident that he was the Fuhrer. You tell me, you genuinely think that Jeffrey Dahmer could be voted into a presidency? I think not. I think not. Jeffrey Dahmer would not be able to join Mussolini for a meeting where Mussolini was trying to get out of the war, okay? And then grandstand for 3 hours, just freaking gas him out. Just like, you know what? We're going to, I am the Fuhrer, right? To just over and over for 3 hours straight and make Mussolini give up and be like, you know what? Never mind. I guess I'm stuck in the war. Jeffrey Dahmer couldn't do that. You know who could? The Fuhrer. Yeah, Dahmer looked like a dork. Nerd. Serial killers cover their disposition with charisma. Yeah, and Brian Kohberger had none of it. He was just a creep. See, Adam, exactly. I guess I kind of understand Ted Bundy because it does appear as though he did have, he was a bit charming. Like women did find him rather charming. It's just, I saw the pictures of him when he was like fat and I just thought of Krusty the Clown. I didn't think of like the fake Hitler wasn't Grandpa Hitler. There's that too. Courtney's grandpa doesn't eat people. I mean, now he allowed them to get put into ovens, apparently, right? Which, I mean, who knows? Maybe. Oops, sorry. Maybe some people got some ideas. I don't know. But also, it was just the actor that was playing him. And also, it was the actor that was playing him, but it was only when he was playing him. I'm going to buy a cow and name it Mussolini. Wait. Buy a cow and name it Mussolini. Ted Bundy chopped off a head. I don't think he did. Did Ted Bundy chop off heads? I know that Jeffrey Dahmer dismembered bodies and he ate some parts, but and that was only, I think, 2 of his people, his victims. Hold on. Chungus is down here. Oh, Penelope. Hi, Choo Choo. Do you want to come say hi? Yes, he did. Ted Bundy did? I remember I don't remember him dismembering anybody. I really shoved a crowbar into a woman and busted her bladder, which is awful. And he bit that lady's butt. Maybe I didn't care enough about Ted Bundy. Beep, 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 beep. It's the cricket show. Beep, 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 beep. You need your own song. She reminds me of a little meerkat. You say hi? You just want to snuggle. There you go. You be a baby? You can be a baby. Your face. Oh, she's falling asleep now. Uh-oh, Adam, we're not doing a paranormal show tonight after all. Whoopsie doodle. I'll make myself do push-ups. Careful. Careful with the push-ups. Feed the baby. Are you being weird? What is she doing? You were falling asleep just a second ago. Do you want down? Hi, you're so cute. You have such... Her face is so fucking... Her face is so freaking cute. I can't handle it. Okay, so you want up there. I don't understand her. I'm starting to think that Diet Coke has like appetite suppressants in it because every time I start drinking it, I don't feel like eating anymore. He wants a headrest. Spike Insanity misgendered my dog. Boo! Shame, 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 shame. Just kidding. But no, she is a girl. They're all girls, even Chungus. When they were searching for the Green River Killer, they asked for Ted Bundy's help and it inspired the books Red Dragon and Silence of the Lamb, with fictional character Hannibal Lecter being asked for help. Interesting. Chungus, do you hate your dog? You know, Spike Insanity, I feel like you're new here. Come here, Choo Choo. Oh, careful. Oh, baby. What would you name this? You're perfect. Here's the thing. She doesn't really have a name. She came with the name Josie. And then I never renamed her. You name a girl dog Dillard? Really? Boop, boop. And her little stubby legs. Beep, 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 beep. She's Choo-Choo. She's Choo-Choo. Boop, 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 boop. Look at all that loose skin. See, she's lost some weight. Look at this. Ugh. Look at her body. Oh, you're a good dog. Yeah, rule number one. Rule number one of the coconuts. Do not diss the dogs. Yeah. She looks like a Muriel. Oh. Are you Muriel? Look at the hump on the back of her head. Look at her hump neck. What's that all about? Oh, I love you so much. I just love you. You're perfect. You're my favorite loaf of bread. Okay. No. She's making herself comfortable on my lap. Oh, healer, hello. Boop, 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 boop. It's the Penelope Show. All right. So yes, Brian Kohberger is just he's just sad and pathetic. And I don't think he's gonna go down as like as a heavy hitter in the true crime world. Like he's not gonna be spoken about the way that he wants people to talk about him. Like I think that people are going to probably like change his name in stories. They're going to say like this guy, like people have already been calling him like BK instead of Brian Kohberger. The story is going to be about Like anybody who wants to tell that story, it's going to be about the young people who were murdered, and not about him. And it's going to drive him insane. And I love it. Makes me so happy. Okay, you're going to need to get down, my darling. My baby, I'm so sorry. Ah, excuse me. I know, I love you. Oh, poor baby. I was trying to set her down and she like reached up and started grabbing at my leg. Did you see the judge sentenced him to thousands of dollars in civil fines? Yeah, and like he's basically just gonna have to he's gonna have to work his ass off to try and pay all that off if he doesn't have any money saved up. Like the same thing was happening with Daryl Brooks, I think. He was trying to fight it off. There was like certain fines that they wanted to charge that they were charging him. And he was trying to fight it and say, like, that's inhumane because I don't have any money. I'm never going to be able to pay all that off. Like, if I get any work in prison, it's only like 5 cents an hour or something. It was something really low, 50 cents an hour or something like that. And so like I'm just never going to be able to pay that off because all of the money that I would ever earn if I was working in the prison is going to go straight to restitution. It's like, yeah, that's why you shouldn't drive your car through a Christmas parade. Or in this case with Brian, like, yeah, that's why you shouldn't break into a home and stab people to death in their home. Weird how you could avoid that so easily if you just didn't, I don't know, kill some people. Just don't do it. If you don't do it, then you don't have to pay restitution. It's freaking bizarre, right? Ay, 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 ay. Lounginger, hello. 2A's here. Yo, yo, yo. What up? Hello. Hello. So yeah, so anybody who has murdered somebody and has to pay any type of restitution at all, just remember that one time when I almost said I tried to say reparations, knowing that it was restitution. Or I forgot the word for restitution. Thank you, AB Tom, for helping me with that one. But you don't want to have to pay restitution after somebody has died. Don't kill them. I know, it's wild, but you know, that's what I'm here for. Just that solid life advice that you know, you can't get anywhere else. Boop, 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 boop. It's the Penelope Show. "48 minutes into it, and I just now posted that we are currently live. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. I want more Diet Coke. This is live. Well, it is now. It hasn't been, but it is now. Tim F. See, that's why I had to post that we were live now, because Tim F. Wouldn't have known. You and Vets Adam. Vets Adam, that's another channel that you should do. Vets Adam. Or great, by the way. Should do a weekly segment possibly discussing different sexy Hitler performances. Are there a lot of sexy Hitler performances? Are you just asking that we watch like old like Hitler propaganda speeches? I mean, I guess that's a sexy Hitler video. I still think it would be actually really funny if I told him about the different stories that I heard about. And he didn't. It's like stuff that he doesn't know about. And then I tell him, like, hey, by the way, I heard about this thing. I'm going to tell you about it. Brian Jones drowned in Winnie the Pooh's pool. What the fuck? Because he's always like, what the fuck? Anytime I tell him new information. I have question. I like this. It's not I have a question. It's not I have questions. It's just I have question. Hitler living it out in Argentina shows life ain't fair. Do you have video footage of it? Should we watch that video? Why does it just, I don't know. I feel like that doesn't mean that life isn't fair. It just means, you know, he knew what to do. They have Hitler in AI English voice. Have you seen them? No, I haven't. But I think we have to watch the original just with English subtitles. It's an untapped niche. Just all right. We have to watch Courtney and Adam watching Hitler propaganda videos. Y'all said yesterday it could have happened. Whoa. That what could have happened? First of all, no, I didn't say anything yesterday. Not to any of you freaks, but I'm just kidding. You guys aren't freaks. Well, I mean, actually, you kind of have to be if you're here, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. But what could have happened? Healer, seen them. They used my voice. Well, why did you donate your voice? You shouldn't have donated your voice. For the fatherland? Now I'm confused. Oh, you donated your voice for the fatherland? Oh, okay, you're not upset by it then. Sorry. I definitely misinterpreted that part. He's happy. He feels good. He donated his voice to a good cause. The fatherland. I don't know why I interpreted it that way. I'm an idiot, probably. Dying by Brian, the failed rapper, shows life isn't fair. Well, they were young. Here's the thing. This is actually something that I learned from this. Okay. Because part of the reason why the cops weren't called sooner was because like when Brian Kohberger was, you know, in the process of murdering these people, is because the youngins that were the survivors were hearing a lot of noise, but they just assumed that like people were there and they were making noise, like almost like maybe they were like partying or whatever. It didn't even cross their minds that potentially there were like something terrible was happening in their home. And my first thought was like, oh gosh, are people going to start deciding, you know, young people going to start deciding like, okay, let's just lose that sense of community and friendship, right? Let's just not invite people over to our house anymore. Let's not have parties. The thing is like living that type of lifestyle, like people coming and going and there's always a party going on and all this stuff. It's part of being like a young college student. And I thought, this is why we need self-defense training and gun training for all young people. Because if every single one of those young people knew how to fight and had a gun, pow, one bullet to the dome, Brian Kohberger did not take anybody's life. And then we wouldn't even be hearing about him. And those people would be going on to be living, you know, very fulfilling lives. So I hope that this does not stop young people from having their parties and making their friendships and having the fun house to go to and all of that stuff. I hope that this teaches parents to put their kids in self-defense classes at very young ages. And I hope that it teaches them to put their kids through gun training when it's age appropriate. I say like middle schoolish. I missed this. Gosh, sorry. James R. Making humans is fun. Yeah, that's why we don't need to have any robots bringing us burgers. Freaking Elon, what a ding dong. Elon, you're a ding dong. Elon, you're a ding dong. Elon, you're a ding dong. Elon better get his act together because Gina Carano's the trial is supposed to be coming up with her lawsuit against Disney. And I expect her to win. And I expect Elon to end up owning Disney after that. And I expect Elon to hire me to work for Disney Star Wars. And I expect CBS to also hire me to be a talk show host. Huh. These people are just leaving money on the table. I'm telling you. Do you know what? I am basically a money printing machine for these companies. Don't you think so? Like, isn't it kind of crazy to think, like, here I am with the coolest group of 26 people right now hanging out with me. But isn't it wild that there aren't more? Like, what? Are the rest of them all brain dead? What's happening here? Where are they? And I just feel like, yeah, both Disney and CBS are just, they're just lighting money on fire. Look up Adolf Hitler and Walt Disney homes compared to Great Rabbit Home. I know how to read. Courtney and Friends on CBS. I'm telling you, I strongly believe that we could do a very similar setup to how Chelsea Lately was, where like in the beginning of the show, they would do like the round table, and it was essentially like Simpcast, right? It was like her and her like comedy writer friends like on the show. It was like, well, a lot of them were like the writers for the show, but then a lot of them were like comedian friends. They would do the round table and they would talk about like lighthearted topics in the headlines. And then once that segment was over, then they would have a guest on for an interview. And I thought, why does that show have to be the only one that does that? Why can't I do that in Stephen Colbert's spot? I don't understand the issue. Hello? Again. Hire me and I can show you. Courtney, you need Lila Hart. Oh, it's Chewy? Lila Hart would be my Chewy. I like that. Yeah, why not? Why not? Look, there's no women in late night talk show. There's no women. There was only one brown guy. Like these people that are pushing DEI. Okay, DEI. Okay, well then let's start with late night TV. You're all white men. There was only one brown guy. He was only there for 7 years and he was half white. He wasn't even fully brown. So DEI, you shove your DEI up your ass. Practice what you preach, motherfucker. Hire a lady. I'll even let you pay me less than what you were paying Stephen Colbert for now. Okay? Because after the first season, I'm going to make you so much money. And granted, I will give them that they did try it with Lily Singh, but I think I've mentioned this before. They went too hard in the paint. Okay. Oh, she's brown and she's a woman and she's bisexual. Blah! And then they had to rub it in your face all the time. Like, no. Let's start small. Let's start with a woman. A woman with large jugs. Chest bump to everyone except DEI hires. But what if in this case, the DEI hire is me? Although I wouldn't consider myself a DEI hire in this scenario because, again, this would be meritocracy for sure. Because I'm better looking than Stephen Colbert. I'm funnier than Stephen Colbert. I'm more charming than Stephen Colbert. And I know what the people want, which Stephen Colbert did not. Okay. I will make way more money for the company than Stephen Colbert ever did. And then I will prove that I am not a DEI hire, but instead it's a meritocracy thing. He was the DEI hire because they felt like they had to cover late night with all white men. And I have to tell you, like the reason why we believe that like, oh, mediocre white men, are put on a pedestal is look at all the dudes in late night. James Corden, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Trevor Noah, again, half white. Like they all suck. Jon Stewart. Like the only good one that existed in recent years was Conan O'Brien, for fuck's sake. Craig Ferguson was one of them for a while there too. I don't watch late night at all, so I don't even know how long ago they were active. Seth Meyers. They're all bad. Of course we think that white men are mediocre white men are put up on a pedestal unnecessarily. Look at what we have as an example. Take them off the pedestal. Take away their jobs. Give one of them to me. Cause I'm been naked and I just can't take it. I've had that song stuck in my head like this whole time. Fast forward to Courtney dancing with giant vaccines. Healer, I'm gonna mark my words, Healer. If things start heading down that path, please euthanize me. You know that something terribly wrong has gone down, and yeah, I need to be put down. How are you going to work for Disney and CBS? Elon has to buy CBS too. I can work for both, right? 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 I do feel like working for Disney would be like more of a permanent, like the return on investment would be better. Because the ideas that I have in my head for that, like that is like all residual shit. Like I could work for only like a year and a half and would never have to work ever again. But if I worked for CBS doing late night, that would have to be like a hobby. You know, it would just be like, oh, I'm just doing this for funsies, right? And it would not be permanent. I wouldn't really be getting in it like it wouldn't be residuals. Like the shit I'm telling you. First of all, there's one idea. I'm not telling any of you people about this, okay? But this one idea, I think about it off all the time, and I'm like, I don't understand. I've mentioned it to a few people behind the scenes, and every time they're like, why the fuck haven't they done that yet? I'm like, I don't know. Some people they don't even give a shit about Star Wars. And they're like, why? That sounds like something that any Star Wars fan would spend shit tons of money at. I'm like, I know. Hire me if you like money printing machines. I used to think euthanasia was Chinese kids. Yeah, when I talk about I need to be euthanized, it's I'm asking you to turn me into a Chinese child. Hi, backhand. How can you save Star Wars? Oh, I'm not telling you. Like, fully. I have the one idea that I'm willing to share. Get rid of Solo and the sequels. Do one remake of A New Hope, not the full original trilogy, just A New Hope. So we can see Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor as Vader and Obi-Wan in A New Hope. That, especially that lightsaber scene. Oh, duh. Oh, so good. So good. And then we could establish new actors as Han and Luke and Leia and all them. And then we can do a new version of the sequels. That would be like the real story of the sequels. And then a new one also of Solo. That's again, like actually the story of Han Solo and not like that movie was good if it wasn't about Han Solo. It's the thing. Like that sounds horrible. What? Okay. Well, anyway, I have another idea. It's not a movie. It's not an entertainment version. It's something else. Who makes so much money? Are we saving Star Wars again? We haven't saved it yet. Jared Leto to play Han Solo? That's absolutely retarded. He's like in his 50s. Han Solo, no, he's too old. This is Cricket, Ashley. You want to say hi? Oh. Will you be adding? Wait, will you be adding the Diddy One Kenobi's theory to your reboot? No. No, we're not. No, I'm not doing that. First of all, that would have to be added to Attack of the Clones. That would be the first fight that they get into that we see. Right? Where Anakin's like, you did this to me! Ah! And like beats up Obi-Wan. For baby oiling Anakin. You can tell it's Cricket because she's only taking up a bit of the wall. Chungus, Chungus is meant to be bigger than them. She's not supposed to be their size. Like what you're telling me is you want me to starve my dog to death. That's what I hear when you're fat shaming my poor baby. You are perfect, Chunga Choo Choo, in your sweet little rolls. Ooh, I'm going to open up that fitness app you shared with me and do Pilates now, but I just want to say hi. Ooh. Wait, he did eat the chosen one? Russell. So here's the thing. Think about this. In Phantom Menace, Anakin was like a ladies' man, right? He had so much personality and he was so confident, right? Are you an angel? I heard angels are the most beautiful women in the whole world or whatever, right? Her whole galaxy. He invites her back to his place the day that he meets her. Okay. Let me show you my rim. Let me show you my robot. Oh my God. And now I'm going to tell you that I'm like a really good racer. I'm lying. Now he's lying. He's lying about how he can race. Remember, he never finished a race ever. And next thing you know, so he gives her jewelry. All right. He gives her jewelry. He's such a flirt. He's super confident, all this stuff. He was 7. No, he was 9. Then he goes off to Jedi training with Obi-Wan. And then next time we see him, he's like, oh my God. This is the first time I've seen her in 10 years. Where did all of his confidence go? He couldn't even, nothing. All of his confidence went down the drain. Oh yeah, you've grown more beautiful. I mean, for a senator, why? Where? Why? Why was he so nervous? Why was he so nervous? Who is this, Luke? Oh, old nerdy. Have you never watched Star Wars before? Phantom Menace, first of all, doesn't have Luke in it at all. I mean, Luke is just always like that. He was never confident. He was like, oh, wow, where, oh, God, golly gee, I had no idea. Wow. That was just always Luke, always. Anakin had confidence at one point in time, and Obi-Wan took it away. But what did he do to take it away? What did he do in those 10 years, Russell? And then also, after Anakin, turns into Vader and goes off to Mustafar, which is absolutely insane if you think about it. Hey, let's go back to the trauma site and live there. What an insane person. Obi-Wan spends the rest of his life spying on Luke. Why was he why did he want to spy on Luke so bad? I guarantee you he lied about Anakin's midichlorians. I bet the midichlorians were actually not that high, but he lied to get him alone. Because he didn't have cable. It puts the Vader Obi-Wan lightsaber battle in New Light. Vader was getting revenge on his abuser. Exactly. Who lied? What? Have none of you seen Phantom Menace? When they were Qui-Gon was helping Anakin bandage up a wound, and he took some of his blood, and he was like, "Oh, I'm just disinfecting it," but he really had it sent off in outer space to Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan was testing it for Qui-Gon and for the midichlorians. And he was like, "Oh my God, the midichlorians are off the chart." Even wasn't he comparing him to Yoda? I think even Yodas aren't this high or something fucking weird. I thought Qui-Gon measured his midichlorians. You people. No, they were talking to each other. It was Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan was telling. Am I insane? Now I'm starting to question myself. I haven't watched this in a while, but I vividly remember Obi-Wan. Guys, ignore them. You're right. Okay. He was playing hide the pickle with him, or both of them were. Obi-Wan lied to Qui-Gon about how high his midichlorians were because he was trying to get him alone. I hate you so much. Which one is Obi-Wan? Is he the one that gets stabbed at the end? Ah! Ah! I feel like those Mormon girls. I need another soda. I don't recognize any of the expanded universe except Rogue One. Okay, now you're just fucking with me. Yeah, they don't know anything, Courtney. Yeah, they're gaslighting me. That's gaslighting. Prequels are not expanded universe. Gaslighting. Here comes Lounge Singer. See, Vader also knew Obi-Wan was grooming his son. I'm convinced now of your theory. Obi-Wan was a kid toucher. Vader knew. Vader knew. And that's why he killed him in front of his son. Like, I'm getting revenge. I'm avenging your abuse. Russell Hall, I'm going to ban you. I'm going to ban you. I hate Harrison Ford. Obi the Diddler. Yeah, Obi-Wan did something weird to Anakin. He just did. Young men don't lose their confidence like that. They don't do it. They don't. I'm not the one who killed your son. Exactly. Obi Unleashed. Oh no. Yeah, Rogue One is an expanded universe either, really. Technically, even though I don't even want to acknowledge this, but technically those trash sequels are also canon. They're not expanded universe. I don't even think the word is supposed to be expanded. Well, hold on. Isn't it extended universe? Who cares? Yes, release the Kenobi files immediately. There are Kenobi files. We know that there are. This is some fan fiction that I could be considered problematic. I don't want that. Extended. Yeah. Rogue One is not extended universe. Solo isn't extended universe. Even though, again, I don't want to admit that, but it's true. Sequels, prequels, like none of those are extended universe. Wow, Spike Insanity. It's all garbage, even Rogue One. Like, do you like any Star Wars at all? It looks like you're drinking motor oil. Yeah, I need more motor oil. Oh, well, he used the Force, Frank. I don't know if do they even have lube in that galaxy? Only the original trilogy and prequels. Here's the thing. I'm pretty much with you, but here's the thing with Rogue One. It wasn't like that good. However, like it starts off as like this like, what's the word? Like a dollar store version of Star Wars, right? It's so bad. Like the music that tries to be Star Wars and like the whole opening and everything. There's no scroll. There's just all this stuff, right? Like, okay, it just wants to be Star Wars. It's and then just again, it starts off boring as fuck. I'm telling you, Disney loves making boring, beyond boring Star Wars. They love to make boring Star Wars. I've never watched a single Disney Star Wars. And granted, I don't really watch. I have a hard. Well, I can't really watch it because it's so boring. But anything I've ever watched that was Disney Star Wars, snooze fest, is so boring. It's so boring. The cinematography is terrible. The dialogue is terrible. It's just so boring. And that's what Rogue One starts off as. Just boring. The lighting is terrible. The colors are terrible. All the cinematography, terrible. You don't know who the hell anybody is at all, which I mean, I guess you should expect that in a lot of movies that you watch, right? Like you don't, who's this character? Whatever. Like you have to rely on a lot of character development. Fine. But they look like they're just hanging out in Ireland somewhere. It doesn't look like they're anywhere in like a cool galaxy. It doesn't look like a Star Wars backdrop at all. None of it seems Star Wars at all. Nothing is recognizable as a Star Wars. And then it just slowly, and then like the weird fake accents. Like, why do we all have to have a pretend, like it's essentially an accent that you pretty much like. If you go to Alabama and you're like, hey, what do you think they sound like in Ireland? Like that's the accent you get. It's not, there's nothing real. It's not a real accent of sorts. It's just like what do you think like somebody from the South, like what would they think like a British accent sounds like? You pick where, or you pick, is it like an English accent? Is it Irish, Scottish? Probably English, to be honest. Like what would they think an English accent sounds like? And then add water. Like that's what, yeah. Turdy tree. Yeah. Irish is probably not the right one. I think it's probably just English. And then you add water. And that's what like these people, like what all their accents sound like in Star Wars. It's just like, but this isn't like a real accent that belongs anywhere. And it's just sad. I'm just going to give you this weird fantasy accent. Shut up. Luke didn't need it. Leia didn't need it. She like, kind of had it that one time. They don't need it. They didn't need it. None of them needed it. Vader needed it. Well, but that's a different story. But yeah, so but either way, so they have their weird fake accents. It's very slow. Again, like, dude, with the lighting, it's really bad. It's so off-putting. It just makes everything terrible. But the dialogue's bad. Can't tell what's going on. It's so confusing. But slowly but surely, it just, and then like the last half hour, you're like, oh my God, this is a Star Wars movie. It's crazy. And it gets real good. And then it ends really good. Grand Moff Bondi just announced there are no Kenobi files. So is the Emperor going to shame us for wanting to see the files? Is that what we're going to hear next? She also ruined Indiana Jones. Kathleen Kennedy sucks. Andor is so boring. I can't believe anybody can make it through. Any of that shit. I can't watch. I tried watching Mandalorian. I don't know how anybody watched that. It's bad. Somehow Emperor Obama has returned. Fucking Emperor Obama. Eventually there will be good Star Wars films. That's because Disney needs to hire me. Disney can hire me. CBS can hire me. And we can all live happily ever after. Everyone in Rogue One uses their real accents except creepy Forrest Whitaker. Really? It sounds fake. They get to hire a retarded monkey, and it was somebody. That's why I said, hire me. Hello. The Rebel Alliance created the files out of thin air. That's why the Emperor is saying they don't exist. Oh, man. Kathleen can't live forever. I know. The thing is eventually someone is just going to off her. They're just going to fire her because she keeps saying that she's quitting. Let's look at this video. I'm so intrigued by this freaking interview. I wasn't sure if like this was real or what was going on with this. Because first of all, what in the hell is this interviewer? Are we serious? We can't. The hat. What's this hat? And why is the tie so long? None of your clothes match. The hair. What is happening here? So anyway, I've been obsessed with seeing the clips coming up from this.
Opinions.
So we're gonna watch this.
But fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him and everybody around him. I don't have to be fucking nice. Number one, I agree with Quentin Tarantino. Fucking George Clooney is not a.
Also, just to let you know, I'm not surprised that Hunter talks like this. This used to be an ongoing joke back when Joe Biden still like had a brain when he was vice president during the Obama administration. Like this was a problem. Remember, it was a problem of, like him having those hot mic moments where we would catch him swearing all the time. Like he just that's how they speak in this family.
Tarantino, fucking George Clooney is not a fucking actor. He is a fucking like I don't know what he is. He's a brand. And by the way, and God bless him. You know what? He supposedly treats his friends really well. You know what I mean? Buys them things. And he's got a really great place in Lake Como. And he's great friends with Barack Obama. Fuck you. Yeah. What do you have to do with fucking anything? Why do I have to fucking listen to you? What right do you have to step on a man who's given 52 years of his fucking life to the service of this country and decide that you, George Clooney, are going to take out basically a full-page ad in the fucking New York Times to me and James Carville, who hasn't run a race in 40 fucking years, and David Axelrod, who had one success in his political life, and that was Barack Obama. And that was because of Barack Obama, not because of fucking David Axelrod. And David Plouffe, and all of these guys, and the Pod Save America guys, who were junior fucking speechwriters in...
The crack clip is hilarious. Here's the thing. I thought the crack one was fake. I thought that somebody like took this interview and just put different audio over it to make it sound like he was talking about crack, but it was real.
On Barack Obama's Senate staff, who have been dining out on the relationship with him for years, making millions of dollars. The Anita Dunns of the world, who's made $40-50 million off the Democratic Party. They're all going to insert their judgment over a man who has figured out, unlike anybody else, how to get elected to the United States Senate over 7 times, how to pass more legislation than any president in history, how to have a better midterm election than anybody in history, and how to garner more votes than any president that has ever run. And they're going to replace their judgment for his.
Not to mention...
Who's Jake Tapper's audience? Jake Tapper?
My mom or something? I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
For real, though. I don't even think it's your mom anymore.
No.
By the numbers, what influence does Jake Tapper have over anything? He has a small
Jake
audience
Tapper
on cable news.
No, nobody likes Jake Tapper at all.
And beyond that, I think that the book is right now on Amazon that he put out. I mean, his ratings just went to shit after he put the book out. They did a 2-week infomercial for it. I mean, it was such a money grab, such a disservice to everybody that he serves with.
Yeah, check this out. I thought this was fake.
Does crack cocaine make you act any different? Does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably. People think of crack as being dirty. It's the exact opposite. When you make crack, what you're doing is you're burning off all the impurities so that it combines with the sodium bicarbonate, which makes it smokable. That's all. Does crack cocaine make you act any different?
Yeah, apparently that was actually real. I thought it was fake. The white picket fence is a nice touch. Yeah, it's is this not a joke? Apparently that was real. I thought that was completely real. Is the interview itself a joke? I can't tell because it looks insane to me. The only thing he said was halfway truthful. I mean, alcohol doesn't make your heart explode, you dumb shit. Well, it hasn't. Crack cocaine hasn't made his heart explode. And he's been doing it for a long time now. He was coked out of his mind during this. No, come on. Why is this stream baking Courtney Brooke? Is it? Is it? Well, that's what it says. Well, oops. I wonder if it'll let me fix it right now. View your channel. Let's see here. I think I have to go into the studio. Or wait. I thought I missed you making cake or something. No, it was just I let autocorrect take the wheel and it I was not paying attention. Let's see if that does anything. Nope, that didn't do anything. I'll go back to this. Yeah, I had no idea. Settings. We'll see if I can figure out what's going on here. Boop, boop, boop. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Yay! Success. We're only an hour and a half in. Bust out the cookie dough. You're making it. I just bought 2 Boxen. Isn't that German? Of baking soda. Wunderbar.
It makes me want a hot dog real bad.
She's going to put herself in an oven to test and improve the process. Are we talking about that process? You guys. Yep. Hey, I want your money. Give me your money. Super chat. Super chat. Give me all your money. 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 I want your money. Give me your money. I want your money. Give me your money. I want your money. Give me your money.
I wish somebody were funding me. I'm poor.
Okay, so look at that dog. She's so pretty. Okay, get this, you guys. I'm just gonna approach this real quick before we get into this other thing. Because this is very brief, and we're not going to talk about it very much. But if you know anything about Trisha Paytas, check this out. Trisha Paytas had a baby. It's her third baby. Okay, her first baby is named Malibu Barbie, and then she also has a baby named Elvis. And now I think she's trolling, but apparently she's had a third child, and she's named the third child Aquaman. Now, I don't know if anybody here knows who Trisha Paytas is, but she's been a troll. She loves trolling. That's her thing. She's been a troll for over a decade now. She's just been nothing but a troll. So I feel like she's just making this up. That's not her kid's real name. But people are trying to say that they think it's for safety reasons, like to protect the kids. But I don't believe that, because I guarantee you Malibu Barbie and Elvis are her other kids' names. So like I don't think it's that. I think she's just trolling. She wants everybody to talk about this. And so she knows that she can get everybody to talk about this by telling everybody her kid's name is Aquaman. So there you have it. There she is, Trisha Paytas. She named her baby. That's really all I have to say about that. She's saying that her baby's name is Aquaman. I don't think it's necessarily true, though. I think she's joking. I think she's teasing us all. And it's just to gen up some hysteria. Is Aquaman Jewish? I don't know. My guess, I don't even know. Is she Jewish? I know her husband is, but is she? Frank! See, Frank understands. Frank understands the You guys, I caved and I went to go order some McDonald's today. I think this was my reminder to never do this ever again. I ordered it through DoorDash. For some reason, they gave me somebody's Uber Eats order from like 2 hours prior, because I ordered it at like 12:30 and they stopped serving breakfast at 10:30. So I got this cold breakfast. Okay. Freezing cold hash browns, freezing cold sausage with muffins. I was like, they refunded my money, right? But I was just like, well, they didn't even refund all of my money. I still had to pay the service fee and the tip, which is like, what the hell? But it made me realize I can't do this anymore. Yeah. Old fast food is disgusting. Fresh fast food is disgusting. So old fast food is even worse. So the plan is that I just stock up on steaks, fruits, vegetables, and every time I start complaining about not eating and not having food, I'm just going to start hula hooping. And I hard boiled some eggs this morning. I was like, okay, we're not going to do like egg and cheese and toast. Okay. We're just going to hard boil some eggs. And I used some salsa, some restaurant salsa. It was like leftover from Tapa from a couple weeks ago. And it was still good. I wanted 500. It was so good. So I just figured, you know what? I just need to buckle down. We have 5 weeks until Content House. I'm obviously not going to lose the 40 pounds that I wanted to lose, but I can still lose like 10. Okay. So I'm telling you, if I lose at least like 10, I'm going to feel a lot better. So I just was like, okay, I'm going to be like hula hooping like mad. I'm going to be, maybe I'll even take the dogs on 2 walks a day. I thought it was 20. Oh no, I need to lose like 40, but I wanted to at least lose 20 before Content House. But this hard-boiled eggs with because if I lost like 10, like these arms, whew, they'd be a lot more sleek. Have like a nice little. That's like a big that right there, and I could at least like my stomach wouldn't be so round, wouldn't look so much like a melted marshmallow. You thought you were going to lose 40 pounds in 9 weeks? No, because I was originally invited, you retard. I was invited back in April. So I thought I could lose 20 to 30 pounds. Here's the thing. Also, retard, listen and pay attention. I need to just lose 40 pounds. Not for a special event, just for my fucking self. just to do it. Secondly, I was invited to Content Hotel long before the announcement. Jesus Christ. Don't tell me that you're one of the autists too. Jeez. I have to over-explain everything to you because you can't fucking figure it out the first time. Anyway. No matter how much weight I lose before September, I'm still going to need to continue losing weight. Jesus Christ. That takes a long time, even dieting and exercising. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Here's the thing. I actually once lost like 50 pounds I didn't notice it. Like it seemed like it only happened in like a month because out of nowhere I was like, oh, none of this works. Or none of my clothes fit. But I would say it was more like about 6 months. I lost 50 pounds, like somewhere between 4 and 6 months. Because I think I actually I didn't notice that I lost all the weight until about 2 or 3 months later. But the weight loss started so essentially it was like March of 2020 that I was like, whoa, I'm really skinny. But it was like sometime around September that I started losing weight, like before that, September of 2019. So, although I have to say it was like in December that I did start actually seeing some results. I just didn't really realize. I don't think I really got that thin until like January-ish. I don't know. But I definitely lost 50 pounds in a very short period of time, and I would like to do it again. You know what could help you lose 40 pounds? Crack. Well, are you going to give me crack, Russell? Come on. Where's the crack? I have to pee. Hold on. I forgot that Jonathan Davis beatboxed and scatted in Freak on a Leash. Does anybody remember this? Go! That guy became a millionaire from that, by the way. Here I am doing that for free, and homie was getting millions of dollars to do that on stage every night. But like seriously, how come we didn't talk about that more? Jonathan Davis is over here with his dreadlocks. Go! And we just accepted it. We turned him into a millionaire. What I'm learning from all of this is that I need to show more cleavage. Should I show more cleavage? Is that the problem that we're having here tonight? I can send you some crack in the mail. Yeah. Yeah, 31 watching, 26 likes. Who's slacking? Slacking. Russell, I'll send you some crack when you send me some. Oh, okay. Did you wash your hands? Yep. More armpit fat. What a ding dong, am I right? That guy was convinced, absolutely convinced that my armpit fat, that this right here, this was booba. Oh my God. Look, I'm not trying to yuck anybody's yum, but at the end of the day, he needs to know the truth. He was lying to himself. A boom, ba ba doom, ba da ba dee ba. Okay. I think we need to watch this. This I don't have in the description or anything. However, how hard is it to take one picture? What are you saying? Oh, check your email. I don't have this in the thumbnail or the description, but I saw this and was quite concerned. So remember how like California caught on fire? And then there was a relief effort concert for this. Does anybody remember that? We all remember, correct? Right? Well, check this out.
For Fire Aid, that star-studded concert that raised $100 million.
Look at that. There's Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Wildfire victims.
Who the hell is that? I don't even know who that is.
Where did all that money go?
Oh, Gwen Stefani, no doubt.
Pascoe has been
Billie
digging
Eilish
for answers, and what she's discovered might just surprise you. And Sue Pascoe, she joins me now live on set. You are the editor of Circling the News.
Yes,
we can clearly see that. Thanks for the work that you're doing. So this is personal and professional for you because you lost your home in the Palisades fire, but that's not necessarily how this story landed in your lap. How did this all come to be?
A reader sent me a little note and said, I've never seen any fire aid money. How do I apply for fire aid money? And I thought,
what a wonderful question.
well, I've never thought about that. There's 12,000 people, basically 12,000 homes gone. Those people probably want to know where the money is. This will be an easy task to find out. Mm-hmm. So I contacted the Annenberg. They never responded.
And the Annenberg is
Foundation, because they are overseeing the wildfire funds, yes. So I emailed them several times. They never responded. I called them several times. They never responded. And finally, it was like almost 2 weeks later, a woman got back to me and she said, oh, I'm sorry for the delay. The person you need to speak to is Chris Wallace. He's a media spokesperson for wildfire funds.
Wait, hold on. You have to talk to the media spokesperson? Why do you have to talk to the media spokesperson? That's insane. Here's the thing. If I were one of these people, Alanis Morissette, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Green Day, Billie Eilish, no doubt, I would be suing the hell out of these people. They raised money to provide relief to the people whose homes burnt down. All right,
Chris, and I said, victims want to know when they can get their money. Seems like a very simple question.
Yeah.
He said, basically, they don't.
Is that pink?
All this money are going to nonprofits, and then nonprofits will take care of making sure the money's distributed. So I looked
How does that make sense?
Initially, they gave $50 million to about
That's not enough
120
money.
nonprofits. And I looked at these nonprofits, and one of them said, we help mobile home parks. And there were 2 mobile home parks in the Palisades, all low income. And so I contacted.
So why would they be affiliated if they're restricted to only helping mobile home parks? No, you need to be able to be helping victims of people who lost their homes in a fire. And if you can't do that, then you shouldn't be a part of this fundraiser. Like, why would they choose that particular charity or that particular company? Like, that's just insane.
Palisades, all low income. And so I contacted the people there. They had never received any money. They had never heard of that. When you go through, I would urge everyone to just go to the nonprofits that are listed. If you want a good laugh, I mean, one of the nonprofits cleans preschool bathrooms. Well, after the fire, who knows? Maybe there is a preschool bathroom.
Why would you have a nonprofit that cleans preschool bathrooms? This is a fundraiser to help families whose homes burnt down. What? And also, what kind of a nonprofit out there is, or any company whatsoever, why would you be just strictly, we clean preschool bathrooms? What? That is so suspicious right there. That is so suspicious. We clean preschool bathrooms. Why in the hell is that legal at all? We're a nonprofit that cleans preschool bathrooms. Okay, well, you don't exist.
Bathroom that needs cleaning.
Yeah. In other words, a lot of these nonprofits are ancillary, if you will.
That's a nice way of saying it.
And you urge people, our viewers, they can go on the Fire Aid website. And yes, in terms of if you're Fire Aid, you can say, we have listed all the nonprofits. So they've given out $75 million so far. And you can see for yourself each nonprofit that has received money. The vetting process, though, that's an interesting angle to this story as well, because there's still another round of funding that will be given out. If you're a nonprofit, you would just have to fill out a simple, very simple questionnaire. Six questions. So what do you make of the vetting process?
I think they're not helping the victims at all.
No.
Let's just say, and the other thing you should know, if you go on there, they don't say how much each individual nonprofit gets. So there are two nonprofits that are for the homeless people in the Palisades, Los Angeles in general, that they're getting money from LASA. So why are these nonprofits also getting money from Fire Aid? I don't know. They're homeless nonprofits. Of course, we're all homeless now, but
I will have to argue that if you had a home in the Palisades, there's a strong chance that was not your only home. A lot of times in a situation, like, let's say, any regular person, just a normal normie nobody, they own a home and they have, homeowners insurance and fire insurance and all of that. And it actually is like functional insurance, not whatever weird scam that was going on with people in the Palisades during this time. And even so, when you have when you have an experience like this, where maybe your home gets burned down and you can't live in it, and you have to wait for the insurance company to what's the word I'm looking for, to essentially do like an adjustment or whatever, right? They have to go out and like see the damage and figure out what get the claim going and all of that stuff. And then you get your money for the repairs, but you have to wait for the repairs. And in some cases, you have to just get a new home. That whole process is not overnight, right? You have to go stay somewhere. That's going to cost you money. So a lot of people end up having to live in a hotel, and some people will end up having to live in a hotel for like 6 months to a year. It's devastating. So I will say that many people who live in the Palisades, they don't really go through that whole experience. They end up just going and living in their Palm Springs home, or in their New York home, or in their Texas home, or whatever. So in that case, like they don't really go through the full devastation that many people go through if they do actually experience something like this. And I can't even remember why I even started. Yeah, they go off to their beach in the Hamptons or whatever. They don't have to scrape their money together to pay for a hotel, all the while still having to pay for a mortgage for a home that they can't even fucking live in, by the way. It's terrible. It's terrible. People in the Palisades, it's not the same scenario. It's still very devastating, and there still should be some relief provided to them. But these weird nonprofits, like providing aid to the homeless. Well, yeah, some of these people might end up being technically homeless, right? Okay. But they aren't part of that same group of people who were already homeless. Those people didn't have a home burned down. This is a separate group of people. So this is a different group of homeless people.
And to be clear, we have reached out to actually the Attorney General, Rob Bonta, to see if this is on his radar, because this is a whole lot of money and you are well connected in your community and you don't know anybody who has received fire aid money.
That's correct.
So what is your advice if you're a victim, and there are several who are probably watching tonight who lost their home like yourself, where do you go from here?
Hopefully with people like you who are bringing it to the attention of America, really, because we have all these people I know in the Midwest where I'm from who said, we want to give money. Where do we give it? How can we help the people? This fire aid money.
You have to give it directly to them, or else they're not going to see it.
Is not helping the people. It's helping nonprofits.
Notice how those bags say Amazon style? Oh, that just gives me a flashback to the floods in North Carolina, how people couldn't bring supplies because they didn't have the proper branding on them. So they would much rather these people who are stranded in their homes that finally get rescued, and they'd rather them just starve and dehydrate to death instead of allowing them to have Aquafina water and like store brand bread, because it's not the it wasn't Dasani. I can't even think of a name brand of bread, but it's just crazy that like that kind of crap was happening during the North Carolina floods. And it's like, this is the same thing, like that Amazon studio or whatever it's called, Amazon style. If that said fucking Macy's on it, like, nope, can't have it. It's just so sad.
Have executives that are getting a 6-figure salary. The money is not going to the victims that you wanted the money to go to.
Yeah, you make a great point, because a lot of people, this was an international story, and a lot of people people who really couldn't afford to give
water
money,
brand.
They sent their $20.
Right.
Yes.
They said, where's that money going? Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you want to follow Sue's reporting, you can do so. Again, this is at circlingthenews.com. Sue Pasco, sorry that you lost your home. Hopefully you see
So
some of this
sad.
money and your neighbors do too. Thank you so much for being here tonight and shedding light on this.
Thank you.
All right, Alex, over to you.
I mean, I gotta say, what a tough broad that going through all of that and still fighting so hard to be a voice for people that don't have a voice anymore, like the people that are just thrown by the wayside and don't have anywhere to go. Capitalism and charity don't mix. Capitalism always overtakes charity. It's just like fucking insane. Like to think that, okay, so people, you have these name brand companies, and that's the thing is like the name brand companies don't combine. Like these not name brand companies, but corporations, they don't mix with the charities, because it's something like that where it's like, no, you get out of here. The people who can provide charity can provide the charity, and you can just stay out of there. If we want to buy our Dasani or our store brand or whatever, we're going to buy that and we're going to give that to the people. That's it. But to think like, okay, but these people donated X amount. And so that, first of all, Why does it matter what we see? None of us are going to notice that it was Pampers diapers instead of Huggies. No one's going to notice that it was Aquafina water instead of Dasani. No one's going to notice that it was Cheetos instead of Doritos or whatever. Like, no one's going to notice that. What we're going to notice is, like, how many people died? How many people were actually provided true comfort? How many people actually had a warm place to stay that night? That's what we give a shit about. I would notice. Is that the only thing you would notice, Scoundrel? It's absolutely wild. It's very disgusting, really, that it has to be that complicated. We can't just help people when they need to be helped. And we can't help ourselves when we can help ourselves. Nope. So I just have to have the government getting in the way and ruining everything. Cool. Yeah, so I thought I would share that lovely little update that we didn't watch any wholesome videos. I forgot. Yeah, lovely little fire victim update for everybody. So let's wake out of our coma now. It was all just a terrible dream, everybody. It was all just a terrible dream. Yeah, when your house is burned down or filled with 4 feet of water, you're not going to notice the brand. Yeah, you don't give a shit. You don't care who's donating any type of supplies. With the clothing, the clothing brand, the sodas, the snacks, you don't know. And the people who are watching in the comfort of our own home, and we don't notice either. Like, what optics are you doing this for, right? Like, are you showing off to the people, to the victims? Are you showing off to the people who are sitting at home going, oh my God, this is terrible? Because none of us give a shit. We don't care. We just want the babies to have the diapers and the supplies that they need, food, formula, whatever. We just want the people who are freezing in their homes to be removed from their home and put into a warm, safe place with a nice, comfy blanket and a nice warm cup of tea or whatever. We don't give a shit what the tea is, and they don't either. We want them to have a warm meal. Where did the meal come from? Don't fucking care. Don't care. We don't care. They trained the donkey by covering the keyboard with coke. Yeah, you guys, we need to get out. We need to get out of this. We gotta wake up from the nightmare. It's so amazing that they wake up a person up from anesthesia. They wake up from anesthesia to a mini horse whipping his face back and forth across a keyboard. Imagine someone trying to sleep next door. No, that's the point. They're trying to wake everybody up. Okay, yeah. Okay, we were talking about this earlier, but look at this. Look at these dudes. The mediocre white men. Look at this. Who did I list off so far? Stephen Colbert, Conan O'Brien, James Corden, half white, Trevor Noah. If you don't want me to refer to you as half white, don't write a book called Born a Crime, dum dum. Jimmy Kimmel, yep, Seth Meyers, Jimmy Fallon. Who's that? I don't know who that is. What the fuck is that guy's name again? What's his name again? Something Oliver, right? I don't even remember his name. He's so terrible. Bill Maher. Look at all of these mostly white men. If John Oliver, thank you. The majority of these guys are very mediocre, and we're supposed to sit here and be like, these guys are the kings of late night. Hire me instead. They're useless. You can say it's a DEI hire, I don't care, but to me, it's meritocracy because I can easily do a better job than them, except for maybe Conan. But okay, this isn't wholesome, but it was still funny, and I want to watch it again. We've watched it before, but I want to watch it again.
I really appreciated the acting that he did on Saturday Night Live, and I really appreciate his politics.
You told one of the witnesses who disagreed with you during an interview that you thought Mr. Baldwin was a cocksucker.
I do not recall saying that. I really appreciate.
That's another thing too. Who in late night has such a great laugh? Zero. None of these gentlemen in late night have a good laugh. Like even a good laugh, let alone a great laugh. I have a fantastic laugh. Oh my God. I like Colbert and Conan. See, here's the thing. I liked the Colbert Report. That was funny. I know it was satirical. It was not, if I remember, granted, I blacked out a lot of stuff before 2020 at this point, but like I feel like I liked him when he went to late night. I feel like I liked him in the early days. It's just that I'm sorry, but that Vax push that he did was so awful. All I could think was like, okay, let's say I had something that I wanted promoted. Maybe it's a book or a movie or something, and that's what he did to promote my thing. I would burn the place down. Are you kidding me? Why are you insulting me this way? It was a horrible promotion. The whole thing, dancing with the syringes, playing random songs for no. He would just sit there and be like the Vax scene, and he would just sit there at his desk, and then a dumb song would play, and he'd be like, and just camera would be right there in his face. And then he would make some stupid, oh yeah, well, it's what's the word? It's like it's not licensed, so we can use that song. That was it. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? It was terrible. Should have been shut down right then. I would have been so offended. So offended. It was bad. And then it just got bad after that. It was like hard to watch after that. He was really funny though. Like Strangers with Candy. I didn't actually watch all of Strangers with Candy. I did see a few episodes though, and he was great in that. The Colbert Report was hilarious. He was like pretty good at first when he went to late night, but like the last 5 years has been just really, it's just bad. It's bad. Yeah, they did creepy stuff to push the vax. Everybody did creepy stuff to like that stupid thing that Jimmy Fallon did that was like horrible boomer humor. And I could not understand that poor girl that was like 24 that I worked with that was like, this is funny. And she's like standing there holding her phone in front of my face. And I was like, was it funny? I don't think it was. Strangers with Candy made my bacon strip sizzle. Oh man, but yeah, it was just bad. The whole thing was terrible. He got bad over the years. It just wasn't good anymore. I found him. Like I said, like I liked him before 2020, and then after that, it just all became terrible. It was time to go. It was time to go. So. Yes, this is exactly it. The Colbert Report is how you spoof the right wing if you're a left wing dude. Be funny. It's not too serious to joke and clapper mode. Right. And see, that's the thing is like, that's how a lot of those shows were for a long time. Like, even though the Colbert Report was like purposefully over the top with it, right? Like purposefully, like very satirical, but like even like Jon Stewart, when he was doing the Daily Show, it was a lot like that without being so over the top, but like it was all just a joke. We were all making fun of everybody and it was fun. And then it stopped being fun and it just became that. Like, just with the whole go fuck yourself. Like, how many writers were people saying that they had? I can't remember now. Was it 20? Like, you having like 20 writers? I mean, I feel like for some reason somebody might have said 200, which sounds absolutely insane. And if you have that many writers, your show is bad. It doesn't matter how good your show is. If you need that many writers, your show is bad. But 20 writers sounds right. That's all you could come up with. Cricket, what are you doing? Cricket sniffing her butt. Politics have gotten a lot more serious since then, to be fair. But they shouldn't be doing politics in general anyway, especially like when it comes to late night shows. Late night, back in my day, late night shows were just like, it was just entertainment. Like they weren't getting into serious topics because that's not what they were for. It was just entertainment and fun. So to turn it into that is absolutely insane. But honestly, like politics has always been serious. Politics has always been terrible. It's just that like people actually started paying attention. People actually like have been just talking about it. And like a lot of it has to do with the internet and everything and the debate me bros and all this stuff. Like so people are more interested in talking about it and watching it, but it's also been terrible. Hi, sweetheart. Hold on a second. But if you want to talk about politics, don't do late night TV. Leave late night TV to the entertainers. Do a political show. Ladies baby. What is she looking at? Oh, you're so cute. I love it. I know when you do that with your ears. Come here, come here, come here. Hi. You're a baby. Do your ears like that again. What are you doing? Letterman was a very left-wing guy. I never affected his show, roasted everyone. Well, I mean, back in that time, left-wing was very different. Very different. But that's the thing is like nobody I mean, you could sometimes gather what somebody's political beliefs were in entertainment, but nobody cared. Like it wasn't that nobody was like throwing a fit just because somebody was like, yeah, I'm going to vote for this guy, or like, I believe in this particular thing. Like even when Louis C.K., I was like, sir, this is very wrong. But he was like talking about slavery and how it wasn't even that long ago. It was only 140 years ago. This was a long time ago when he said this. 140 years ago. That's just two 70-year-old ladies walking around. No, it's not. Two 70-year-old ladies walking around. That's 70 years ago, not 140 years ago. And 140 years ago, that was a few generations ago. Like it is actually a long time ago. Now, in the grand scheme of things, like how old Earth is, no, it wasn't very long ago at all. But that's more than one lifetime. Nobody's ever lived 140 years. It's actually quite some time ago. Like nobody here. First of all, we all have a hard time grasping the fact that Marilyn Monroe and Martin Luther King Jr. lived during the same time period. Even like Helter Skelter. That's a bizarre to think. Like that didn't happen much. Dennis Wilson only died 2 years before I was born. And yes, Dennis Wilson has something to do with this because he was friends with Charles Manson blew up his car because he didn't want to be a part of his shit anymore. And then Helter Skelter happened. Left wing and liberals are different. Liberals are more center to center left. Leftists are more socialist types. Yeah, true. Leftists and liberal are rather different. I mean, there's I suppose some commonalities, but no, they're definitely very different. But anyway, even though I strongly disagreed with that, I still thought he was a good comedian. My vampire friend is way older than 140. Well, then they're not, you don't think leftists and liberal are different? Leftists and liberal are different. Yeah, no, they are. There are liberals out there that are more likely to agree with like leftist like ideologies, if you will. But I would say that they're more similar than if you were to look at like anything right wing. They're nothing. They're not anywhere near similar to conservative. That's one of my favorite things is when people say that I'm conservative. I'm like, I'm not conservative. I'm not conservative. Just because I have certain viewpoints that might be more right leaning or what have you. I'm not conservative. I'm just not a fucking leftist. Leftists were only liberal when they needed us to relax so they could take over. Sohan Mamdani is socialist leftist. Sohan Mamdani is Joseph Stalin. A government-run grocery store is not. You're taking from taxpayers. No. Oh yeah, for sure. The Democratic Party has been run by centrist tweaks around the edges since Clinton admin. Now the tides are changing and leftists are taking over. Leftists are definitely taking over the Democratic Party for sure. Because like the Democrats of the 90s are like the Republicans of today. like I always say, like my views never changed. It's just the way I vote changed a bit. Because I still agree with a lot of stuff that I believed in back in the early 2000s, but anyway, what I'm saying is I don't even know. Cause I'm been naked and I just can't take it. I'm feeling jaded. No, I just can't take it anymore. Cause I'm bare naked and I thought I know life's what you make it. Wish I could float away to some other day. Remember Jennifer Love Hewitt? We all do. All right, I have to talk about it because it's in the thumbnail. Yes, Ozzy Osbourne died. I'm going to tell you guys, actually, hold on. I'm going to tell you guys something controversial. The Osbournes did to Ozzy what the Bidens did to Joe. They did, that reality TV show on MTV back in the early aughts. Ozzy was already struggling with Parkinson's, and they were parading him around. It was clear that there were already problems. They always had subtitles for him because everything he said was very unintelligible, and it was clear that there was an issue. I don't think that he fully consented to the TV show. I don't think he consented to the podcast that he did. I'm not even sure if he consented to the concert that he did just a few weeks ago. He just did a concert 2 weeks ago. They had to wheel him out in a custom-made wheelchair. I'm sorry, but if I have somebody in my life that I love dearly with all of my heart, and they're in their 60s or 70s, and they have had an illness that is taking over their body for the last 20 years, and if they're just, I want to go perform again, I'm going to tell them, you can't. Stop it. This is not good for your health. It's not good for your mental health, your physical health. This isn't good. This is not good. I think that this was Sharon being selfish and wanting money and wanting to get money out of him until the day he died. And she did. I've seen clips of that god-awful podcast swirl around here and there. And anytime that they allow him to speak, it's you can't tell what the fuck he's saying at all. At all. Even when they have the subtitles, you try to read it. It makes no sense. It was awful. Sharon's an awful human being. People keep saying that. Now, here's the thing. I'm like, yeah, she is. And then I realized, I'm like, wait, hold on. I don't know anything that she's done specifically. I can't right off the dome be like, she did this thing and it's terrible. But so I can't actually wholeheartedly agree. But man, I get a vibe. Sharon was horrible. His kids didn't really respect him either. Yeah. She I don't think that the reality TV show was good for him. The thing is the man had Parkinson's. Like, look at Michael J. Fox. He got Parkinson's and he went out of the spotlight. Like, this isn't healthy for a person with Parkinson's. Okay, so we're gonna risk some copyright here so we can watch some of this. Although I will say I did see clips of him performing other songs that sounded better, and it almost makes me think that this maybe was like later on in the show, so maybe he was a little worn down. But I think there was also probably a lot of emotion here because he knew that his health was declining, and maybe he knew that this was his last show. Maybe there was a lot more emotion there that it sounds terrible. I hate seeing him in that chair. He knew he was dying and wanted to do this for his fans. None of the bands took any from it. One went to charity. Hopefully went to an actual charitable thing. Hopefully it actually went to something charitable and not some friggin' nonprofit. It just sounds terrible. It doesn't sound good. But I don't know. I think maybe it really was just that, like, it was later in the concert. He was a bit worn out from it. He was getting emotional. That's not very good. K-Max, do you have a favorite Black Sabbath song, Courtney? Mine's Children of the Grave. I don't. I actually didn't listen to a lot of Black Sabbath growing up. He sounded great with the other songs, especially Sabbath. Yeah, so I saw other clips where like he it sounded really good. Like it actually sounded like I was like surprised. I was like, what? This man's like 178 years old. What are we doing here? So hearing that, I was like, why does this sound like shit? This sounds really bad. And I have to just chalk it up to he was probably feeling really emotional. And it was him being at his advanced age and his advanced stage of his condition. It must have just been like he must have just been very worn out from the concert. The money went to rich liberals who needed to find new people to clean their toilets. That's, a fear that we have. I need to look at the other clips. Well, I didn't save all the other ones. Well, he went out rocking. I do feel that like there is that where it's just like, well, if you have been in showbiz, in entertainment, your entire freaking life, and that's like, that is your big passion. I think like, yeah, I got to do like in my final days, I got to do that. I think that is really special. I don't like it. I don't like it. It just makes me feel like his family was parading him around. It was very much another Joe Biden situation where his family was forcing him into something that I don't think that he should have been doing. Kelly Osbourne said the following: if you kick every Latino out of this country, then who's going to clean your toilet? Yeah. I posted that the other day. You're back to green again? What do you mean I'm back to green again? What? What are you saying? Oh, you're not talking to me. Okay. That was very confusing. The power of putting somebody's name in the chat when you're talking to them. Instead of making me think that my green screen was showing when I did not see it myself. I follow your Twitter, Courtney. He said Elon Musk, for a guy who wants more babies, sure do want robots to do anything. We talked about that earlier. Where have you been, K-Max? We talked about that at the top of the show. The Tesla diner. The whole thing. Also, I posted this. This is actual footage of me in my kitchen whenever I'm trying to control myself.
I love bread. I love bread.
That's all. I don't see color unless you cut me off in traffic. What? This is a fun little, I should have shared this earlier as one of our wholesome clips. But again, I didn't even do any wholesome clips this time. Check this guy out. Look at him go. Can somebody explain to me though? Is this good or is it bad? Do we know? I can't tell if it's good or bad. There's a lot of these moves that I can't do, so I assume that it's good. Right? Parkour light. Okay, so he's got like a blue belt or something. Why would you torture yourself? By not eating bread or by eating too much bread? Russell, do you have $10,000 so that I can go get liposuction? Come on. I'll even put some of it into my bazongas so it'll be even bigger so that we can do the calendar. You know you wanna. And then I don't have to worry about it at all. That all depends. Do you have a butthole you can send me a picture of? Okay, perfect. Send. All right, check your email. Hi. Is it time? Hold on a second. I forgot that Jonathan Davis beatboxed and scatted in Freak on a Leash. Does anybody remember this? Go! That guy became a millionaire from that, by the way. Here I am doing that for free, and homie was getting millions of dollars to do that on stage every night. Okay. She tricked me. I can't believe that just cost me $10K. You asked me if I had a butthole picture to send you. Listen, if you want to judge me for trying to clean up my diet and lose a little bit of weight and be a little bit healthier, then you're going to have to give me money to get into the shape that I want to be in. You're going to have to pay for my surgeries. Either that or, I know that reminds me. I actually have to stop talking about my eating habits. I have to. Because I always end up just going insane. Ugh. I'm starting to yawn, you guys. Oh no, what do I do? You know what? I need to spend that $10K on eye bleach now. Blame yourself. It's not going to work. It's going to be burned in your memory forever. Also, why do you let Cecil send his butthole to you every day? It's like every day. That's crazy. But, if you don't want me to complain about how I don't get to eat bread anymore, then what you could do is give me money to get surgery. I'm hungry. It's like Lucy and Charlie Brown. You fool him every time. Well, listen, he wants something that I don't want to give him just yet. You know what I've noticed is that he seems to lose excitement once he sees a butthole. And so I want him to be just as excited for me as I am for him. So I can't show him my butthole. Oh, we didn't even watch this yet. Hello. You know, my new fave. I had to say the black girls did it better. Like that girl got both her feet up off the ground. That white lady didn't. We haven't WrestleMania either. Ooh. Ooh.
Sure.
And Judge, it sounds like just one witness. We're asking for sequestration, but that may be a moot point.
All right.
It is one witness, Your Honor.
We're off the record.
Just one witness. We're asking for sequestration, but that may be a moot point.
All right.
It is one witness, Your Honor.
We're off the record.
Oh, Taylor. Treat stream. Well, I'm probably not going to stream that much longer. It always takes like 100,000 years to get here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start hula hooping as soon as I end the stream because I'm hungry. All right. No hula hooping stream? No. I need to start doing actual super chat goals because I feel like I'm doing this for basically nothing. Ooh. Okay, so we're tapped out of topics. Yes, we need goals. It's hard to do it when like your audience is a little bit smaller, you know? But I guess it's just sort of like, well, $100 super chat goal per stream. Something like that. Did anyone super chat besides me? Russell Hall has definitely super chatted quite a bit. We had our friend James R earlier. I don't know where James R is now. Probably got annoyed because it took me a while to get to this, but K-Max popped in. Ave Maria. Okay, so we covered all the topics, and that is good. Let's go. Yeah. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Oh. Gotta feed the baby. Gotta feed the baby. Gotta feed the baby. Fake super chat. Wait. Do we have like a... I don't think I do. What's this? Oh, anything. Okay. Audience. What's this? Okay, if it didn't sound like someone was shuffling papers. Nope. What's that?
Wow, what a great audience.
Okay. Well. Anyway, fake super chat. Ooh. Okay, Max. Fart and or poop song. Wait, there's a poop song? I know the fart song. Cause you have farts in your butt and got poop in your pants and it stinks everywhere and it smells like poop. On Zia's stream tomorrow? I'm not streaming with her tomorrow. Today's Wednesday. Or just unqualified experts discussion. I plan to get cat cow as well. Oh, I'm sure there'll be plenty of time for the fart song. Ooh, who did they go to? I don't have the chat up. Do 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 do. Boo 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 boo. Boop. I have to have this song going. This is our hold music while I try to pull this up. We guys got one more subscriber. That was so insane because I had to pull it up and the stream was playing in my ear and I could hear myself while I was making noise. It was okay. So we got Scattered Night. We haven't interacted with that person. James Dakota. We haven't seen him in a long time. Hunter. The Chloe and Betty Show, and Mindless Self-Indulgence. Oh my God, this fan, I don't like this angle of this fan. It's like giving me a mustache. It's making my hair go like this. Ooh. Poor MA. MA, I believe, is lying about her settings. So on that note, Frank. Speaking of streaming with people, though, oh, whew. Here we go. After tomorrow's, whoops. Hunter Biden subscribed to you. Did Chantiness get banned? Yes. Yeah, a couple people got banned after they were in not my chat, but someone else's and making up a bunch of lies about me. And I don't appreciate that. So, got banned. Anyway, so tomorrow, after tomorrow's stream, I'm going to be streaming with Brad again. Bradigan. That's his new name. What are we streaming about? I don't remember. I will be promoting the Content Hotel, and I will be begging for subscribers. And we might even talk about Mindconf. I couldn't believe, I don't know if you guys were watching last time, but reading Mindconf, AOC basically quoted Hitler. It was crazy. Cause you wet farts in your butt and got poop in your pants and it stinks everywhere. What time to stream tomorrow? Same time as this one. 3 p.m. Pacific. And then it'll be 6 p.m. Pacific with Brad. So I'll be streaming for like probably 6 hours tomorrow. Which means I need to hurry up and go get steaks and stuff tomorrow so I can make the steaks before the stream. Because I don't want to have another McDonald's debacle. I never want to order McDonald's ever again now. Daniel Piccola. Hold on. I lost everything when I saw this. For funsies. Just cuz and the puppers need more treats. Do you need more treats? They're still going through that bag of carrots. The bag of carrots that they got from Frank was huge. And also they got a free thing of pumpkin ice cream when I got them food last. Oh, I did love it. It smells just like regular pumpkin ice cream though. Like I was like, it just smells like human ice cream. Same Courtney time, same Courtney channel. Exactly. Quoted or plagiarized. Well, the thing is that it wasn't the exact same quote, but what he was saying in Minecraft in Mein Kampf was essentially like it's better to be morally correct than factually correct. And I was like, that AOC said that. Do they like peanut butter? Yes, but I can't give it to them because Chungus gets fat. I pretty much just have like a special one. Like I have a jar. It's too big for them. And I only use it to pretend to dip Penelope's carrots in it when I give them carrots because she, every once in a while, gets on this she gets all snubby. She's like, no, I'm too good for that. So I'm like, okay, here. And then I pretend to dip it in the peanut butter. And she's like, that's better. I'm like, you're an idiot. I just said my dog was an idiot. What? She's a dog, so she's pretty dumb. But why? Who does that? K-Max. Courtney, I ordered the Lauren Southern book. Shall I reveal anything from it you might not expect? What should I expect? I have no idea what to expect. I think it's probably going to be very similar to what she did when she did that tell-all video a couple years back, when she finally like admitted that she was divorced and stuff like that. Which, by the way, what the fuck when did she get married? I was trying to figure it out, and there was all sorts of different sources saying all sorts of different things. I can't figure it out. I guess it was sometime in 2019 she got married. I thought it was earlier than that. Because wasn't her kid born like that same year? What, ma'am? Did you only get married because you got pregnant? Babe, I think that's what happened. You were fornicating. You wanted to hide it. Anyway. We back in 2019 or 2018. Well, she slept in the same bed as Andrew Tate in 2018 willingly. So not a very good wife if she was married in 2018. But also, she has a 5-year-old or it's like a 6-year-old or something like that. I'm pretty sure that kid's like, I thought that kid was older than that. Like I could have sworn he was 5 in 2023. Wait, not even 2023. Was that 2023? Or was it 2022? Minecraft. Yeah, what an idiot. I called Adolf Hitler's book Minecraft. I'm so bad at it. I call it three-nicating. You and Lauren would get along, Courtney. I like Lauren. I like Lauren Southern. I remember I did Simcast with her once, and I remember Chris Benoit, the person who runs the Chris Benoit account, was hitting on her, and she didn't know who it was, and she was like, "Oh no, I'm single, and I'm happily single, and that's nice, but no, thank you." And I was like, "Oh no, she doesn't know." And I was like, "Oh, he's dead." She's like, "What? Who are we talking about?" Like, he strangled his family to death. She said, "What the fuck?" Oh, poor thing. Lauren was born in 95, so she would be a young mother if born in 2017. She would have still been in her 20s. 22? Right? Yeah, she'd been in her 20s. Yeah, what do we just think that all 20-year-olds or whatever, people in their 20s are like children or something? 22? You're 22. Having a kid at 22, that's not like, I feel like that's a normal age. 22, right? Oh, for a second, I thought he was saying I was born in 2017. Like, K-Max, you're too young. You have to. How did you have all this money? You're only 8, K-Max. What is happening? Now that's like teenage pregnancy. My mom had me at 20. Yeah, well, my mom, like my parents got married. I mean, granted, they failed miserably at marriage and parenthood, but they got married at 19 and 21 and started having kids. They were 21 and 23. I was born, they were 23 and 25. Granted, they were 27 and 29 when they got divorced. So K-Max is using his mom's credit card. I'd be playing with your nephew. Yeah, you guys, we'd be going crazy with the tetherball. At least K-Max could be my tetherball friend. I was 22 when I had my first kid. Yeah, I feel like 22, that's like pretty normal. I mean, it's young for the most part. Like, it's just like young. But I feel like 22, I mean, most people are graduating from college at that time. So maybe that it does seem kind of young because it's that's a weird transition time for people. So maybe it is kind of young considering like what stage in life most people are at that point. But like, I don't know. I've also seen people like in the middle of college, like get married and have kids. And yeah, it was a little bit of a struggle, but everything turned out fine. Oh God, this one lady I worked with had a kid at 13 and her kid had one at 16. That's way too young. I actually did work with a girl who was 19 and she had a 6-year-old. And I was just like, oh my God. What? And unfortunately, you know, like, I don't know where the dad was, but she and the kid were living with her parents, which makes sense. And she was constantly arguing with her parents, like how to raise her child, because the parents would take care of her kid when she would go to work. And the kid had like sensory issues. And so like there were certain things that she was trying to do to like keep her from being so like she would want to sit really far away from the table when she ate. She'd want to be like way far away. And she'd be like, I'm getting choked. Like she'd be sitting on a normal space and she'd be like, it's choking me. It's choking me. And so she was trying to essentially train the kid to get comfortable with being closer to the table because she'd, make a mess and everything. And she was trying to essentially like get the kid to do everything in her life that way because there were so many things that made her think that she was like being suffocated or choked because something was too close to her or what have you. But then the parents would just kind of let her do whatever, and she would regress a bit. And so it was a battle between her and her parents. I'm like, that's just. That has to be so complicated to have those types of like arguments with your parents, like telling your parents like how to raise your kid. Oh, whoopsie. I wasn't planning on having a kid. My girlfriend who will become my wife was on the pill but took antibiotics that screwed with it. I'm telling you, I swear, first of all, doctors fail miserably at telling women, by the way, if you're taking birth control, this will negate your birth control. So refrain from sex or use other contraceptives if you're going to be having sex, because it's not your birth control isn't going to work. It's going to be useless for you to even take it. Or even explaining that St. John's wort St. John's wort, just a supplement off the shelf. They don't even explain to them, like, don't take St. John's wort if you're taking medication or birth control, because your birth control isn't going to work and you're going to get pregnant anyway. So this whole visit here in the doctor's office, completely useless. So take that into consideration. It's just crazy to me. But then to think like, okay, so your girlfriend's on antibiotics. That tells me that there was some type of an infection that occurred. And the doctors normally ask, like, are you on any medications? Because they need to know if what they give you is going to interact with it, right? So why wouldn't they freaking tell them, like, hey, by the way, since you're taking birth control, this is going to interact with your birth control, and your birth control is no longer going to be working. So refrain from having sex or use other contraceptives until you're done taking the antibiotics. I would wait a few extra days just to make sure that things are all good or whatever. Like, more like St. John's. Whoops. Yeah. Like, I what in the hell? This interaction. Pull out, Frank. You pull out. I'm going to finish what I started, you guys. Oh, buddy. Yeah, they just want to sell the pill. They don't care if it's effective or not. It's absolutely insane. Like, you're the doctor. You're supposed to know these things, and you're supposed to tell the patient. Like, if you can't tell the patient, then like, let's just have it over the counter and let me just buy it. Why do I need you to get in the middle of this? Let me just buy it. You can't be the freaking doctor. My God. Viking. New York trip fund. Yes. New York. Refrain from having sex. Oh, Courtney, so funny. I'm just saying that the doctor should have given other options. I also said to use other contraceptives, Frank. Jesus. Maybe use the butthole. My God, there are other options. You don't have to use the front hole. That sounds like logic, Courtney. Well, we can't be logical around here because the doctors can't make money off of us. Greedy pigs, those doctors. You're going to New York? Yes. Oh, Danny Vo, I have to tell you all about this. My throat is starting to hurt. My throat is starting to hurt. My throat is starting to hurt. But here we go. It's a content hotel. It's a content hotel. Content house. September 3rd to the 7th at Villa Roma Resort in Calico, New York. You are invited. So we will be doing a 48-hour live stream while we're there. Yes. And then you can watch from home. But we also welcome you to come out and spend the weekend at the resort hotel with us. And then there's a link right here to the discount code for the discount code or to get your hotel. Mm-hmm. And as you can see, we've got Dave Landau is going to be there. Lila Hart is going to be there. Obviously, Christy Mayer, because it's Christy Mayer's Content Hotel. At the resort, we will be at the pools, enjoying the bars and restaurants, singing karaoke, playing poker, go-karting, bumper boating, ziplining, golfing, bowling, all week long. Come for a night or stay for the whole time. And look at that. Gino Bisconti is going to be there. Cecil without his car is going to be there. Anthony Cumia is going to be there. Thursday through Saturday, we will have live ticketed events as well. 3 shows are already on sale. I believe there's more now. Well, there are more. I know this because I've announced them. And here's the link. Whoop. Several more will be up soon. More guests will be announced over the next few days. And look at this. Courtney Brooke. I was much skinnier in this picture. Mike Harlow. And Keanu Thompson. You guys, look how cute we are. We are so very cute. We belong on so many posters together, don't we? And Zia Anderson, Carl, and who are these podcasts? Leanne Starr. And I'm not even sure if she's actually a yes or a maybe anymore because everybody has different ideas of what she has said. So we don't know. But content, hotel, content, hotel, content, hotel. Courtney Brooke is going to be there. I love her. Is there going to be tetherball? If not, I'm bringing my tetherball. So Zia and I are going to do field sobriety tests with all the drunkards. And we have to do our cheese stream. Where's Chongas's preview? She's not going to be due. Look at this little loaf of bread. Look at Cricket. She's not going to be there either. Hi, Georgie, 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 Georgie. Ooh. George, 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 George. White broad bringing a rope to a party. It's so 1930s. In a cheese eating contest. And we're even, if we get enough super chats, we're going to switch to hot dog eating. Hi, honey. Your ear. My baby dog. I'm going to miss them so much, but I'm only going to be gone for 4 days, 5 days, whatever. So get your tickets now, but also send me money so that I can go too. What's wrong, Cricket? Oh, you're a baby taco. Did you already talk about the lame Cheese Brothers? No. But get this. Frank reached out to the Cheese Brothers to see if they wanted to sponsor us so that Zia and I will have the cheese eating on the stream, and they declined. But the good news is where's Sam? Is Sam here? Sam said that there is a creamery over by the Villa Roma. I think that we should talk to them. What the fuck was their name though? Because maybe we can actually go there during the 48-hour stream and do cheese eating there. But yes, we need to get a breathalyzer so that Zia and I can do field sobriety tests. And then we definitely need to get some cream. We need to get some cheese, some creamery, Mine Creamery. And then we need to get, what was I going to say? Oh, we need hot dogs. We need to get hot dogs because the cheese eating, it will have to turn into hot dogs. Hot dog eating if we get enough super chats. after the cheese eating, there's going to be many farts in your butts and possibly poop in your pants. Because you have farts in your butt and got poop in your pants and it stinks everywhere and it smells like poop. Yes. So, don't you want me to go? If you do, then I want your money. Give me your money. Super chat. Super chat. Give me all your money. 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 I want your money. Give me your money. I want your money. Give me your money. I want your money. Give me your money.
I wish somebody were funding me. I'm poor.
Hi, Choo Choo. I wish I could bring you with. Wouldn't that be so cute if I could have Choo Choo with me? But no. No. I love you. I also need to get a new swimsuit because none of my swimsuits fit because I'm fat. And then also, I want to go to Continental. Well, you have to give me money and then pay for yourself too. Yes, everyone can come to the Content Hotel. Everybody. Aren't the dogs going to be lost without you? They'll be fine. No, they do. They have family members that love them dearly. I know it. Take very good care. Yes, you'll be very spoiled. You'll have such a good time. And my brother did agree to wear a Green Man outfit. And I told him I'd set everything up, make sure, and I'd send myself the link so that he could log in as me and then just hold the dogs up. So if we want to see the dogs video in, he'll just do that. So I have to get a Green Man costume as well. If it's the Calicoon Creamery, it doesn't appear to have cheese there. What? Well, then what was Sam talking about? Sam, they have yogurt? Wait, what? Ice cream? It's an ice cream shop. Well, I don't know what he was talking about then. I was searching crematorium by mistake. I don't know if there's anything for us to eat there. Oh no. Wait, need to do shows down here in the South. Hell, most of them. We're doing one thing at a time. Dano. Your name confuses me. Yeah, we have one thing at a time. So we need farts in your butt and poop in your pants. We need to focus on Content Hotel first, and then we'll get moved to the East Coast. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll just do that, sir. The only reason why I'm surviving right now is because of my sweet setup that I have going on right now out here. Until I become a millionaire or at least make normal people money, I can't go anywhere. Ooh, Villaroma actually has an ice cream shop on site. We could definitely do a little ice cream eating stream. That could also be perverted. So we should do that. Maybe we can switch that out instead of doing the hot dogs. We can do hot dogs a different time. But what? We need cheese, man. What other, who else has cheese? We're supposed to be doing cheese. Oh, shit. You guys, Chrissy's live. We have to go. Wait, hold on. There's Wisconsin Cheese Company, I believe. Man. I have like a whole list of like different sponsors. None of them would really function for this particular event. Channel raid. YouTube won't let me raid. They don't let me raid because I don't have enough subscribers. But you guys, we did get a few more subscribers, I believe. So that's good. I mean, I think we got one more today. Ooh. Maybe we'll get more after I stream with Brad tomorrow. And then even more after I stream with Zia on Friday. I'm going to be a busy lady this weekend. And then who knows? Who else should I bother about streaming with? She's not on yet. Oh, was it just warning me that she's going to be live in like a half hour? Oh. No, she's live. It started 10 minutes ago. She started 10 minutes ago, you guys. We have to go. My Carlo. Oh, I should definitely do another stream with him. We had so much fun. This is not fresh. Her starting screen is on. I literally just clicked on it. She's like, you guys. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I was watching the ad and then I hit pause and then immediately blacked out and thought that it was already on. Dirt. Okay, that's how smart I am right now. What have we learned today? Don't order McDonald's. Don't abuse your elders. Don't donate to fire relief. Trisha Paytas is a troll. Stephen Colbert, it's time for him to retire anyway. Wait, he's not in my thumbnail. What? Brian Kohberger's a loser. Yeah, Brian Kohberger is a loser. He was not the cool killer that he thought he was. Don't fall for serial killers. That's also don't fall for serial killers. I need to go on other people's shows and streams. Maybe I should take 2 weeks off and only stream on other people's channels. Just reduce maybe to 1 stream a week just to keep the channel alive a smidge. I need a walking pad. Don't have farts in your butt. Sometimes Hunter Biden is right. What else did we learn? What else did we learn today, you guys? I forgot. Don't donate to fire relief. Oh, don't let a mini horse wake you up from anesthesia. Carrie Smith, Mike Harlow, Nina Infinity, Cecil, etc. I'm sure would all host Courtney. Do you think, do they like me? Do they really like me? Oh yeah, Mike and I have had plenty of fun on streams together. We need to get the gang back together. I know that much. Get the gang back together. I'm telling you, CBS just needs to hire me. I'm going to say it again. I'm just going to keep saying it until this happens. I'm more attractive than Stephen Colbert. I'm more charming than Stephen Colbert. I'm funnier than Stephen Colbert. I'm the only person in television at all that has an incredible laugh. Okay. And I know what the people want. I would cost way less money than Stephen Colbert because nobody knows who the fuck I am. Right? And I would hire way better writers. I just think it's a perfect fit, CBS. Come on. CBS, hire me. Either that or Disney. Yeah, the Courtney broadcasting system. Because I'm a broad in broadcasting. And that's what the show will be. Broads in broadcasting. And it'll just be me and a bunch of annoying ladies. And we'll all just be really annoying together. But we're not actually annoying. I'd probably be the only annoying one. The Broads in Broadcasting. That'll just be the one show because we'll have multiple. I mean, I'm going to end up with like 57 shows once they get me on there. It'll be just a money printing machine. They won't even know what to do anymore. They'll be like, oh my God, this broad. I can't believe I haven't even been sleeping on her. I'm like, well, yeah. I was just a normie nobody not too long ago. That's why. You know what I mean? All right, what do you think? I think it is time to start packing up because she's still not on. Oh, should I just kill some time? We're going to wait until her face is on screen. Let's just watch this real quick.
Today, being retarded means leading a full life. Retarded people go to work or school just like their neighbors and come back to a real home, a supervised home, right in the neighborhood where they belong. Being retarded never stopped anyone from being a good neighbor.
And I'm living proof. I myself am a good neighbor and am retarded. All right, shall we talk about Content Hotel one more time? Hold on. Let's do. Cause you went farting your butt and go pooping your pants. Because we didn't go over this one last time. We are good neighbors. Yeah, I'm actually a pretty good neighbor if I say so myself. I just leave everybody the fuck alone and I say hi to everybody when I walk the dogs and that's it. And I have to say, as retarded as I am, I'm like the most polite when it comes to like dealing with dogs on walks. I mean, mainly like my Penelope is like and untrainable. But I swear when I'm like showing the signals, I'm like, hey, yeah. They don't want to get away from me. I'm like, you have all this space on the other side of the sidewalk. I'm giving you all this space because my dogs are acting insane right now. And instead of like being over there, you're like basically trying to get right next to me. Like, just keep the distance. The dogs don't need to be hanging out. There's a busy road right next to us. Just fucking, anyway. I don't have to pick up my dogs and run away and be like, goodbye. Anyway. She even waved hello at the poop hoarder girls. No, I did more than that. I talked to them on a regular basis, but they weren't my neighbors. I didn't live by them. But I fucking knew them. I knew them and I talked to them. Okay, so let's talk about the events at Content Hotel. It's a Content Hotel. Did you know about these things? You can buy tickets to these as well. So we've got, oh yeah, I forgot. We have to share like a new window. Whoop. Bye. All right. Let's see. Let's do this. Do like this. Thursday, September 4th at 9:30 p.m. Dave Landau is headlining with Lila Hart. Tickets start at $33.85. September 5th, 7:30 p.m. at the Villa Roma Resort. What did I just say? Okay. Yeah, live podcast. Who are these podcasts? With special guests. And then September 5th also, but at 10 p.m., Rich Voss is headlining with Gerard Michaels. And then the most important day of the entire year, September 6th, you've got live chatting with Candace Horbox, aka Eva Lovia, also with special guests. That's at 2 p.m. I will probably have done a birthday stream at some point at this point in the day. And then also September 6th, which again, most important day of the entire year, at 9:30 p.m., we have stand-up comedy with Anthony Cumia, Chrissy Mayer, Gino Bisconti, or what was I about to call him? Keanu Thompson. You name it. We're going to be there. And don't forget, there's going to be other events too, such as karaoke. I already have some karaoke songs picked out. We're going to have so much fun. Okay. So you should be there, and you should also make sure that I can be there, and we're going to have the best time ever. I promise. Biscotti. No, I wasn't about to say Biscotti. I left the S out. I was about to say Bacanti or something. Gino Pace Picante, I guess. Something like that. I don't really know. Do you like Pace Picante? You shouldn't, because it tastes like ketchup. Those ears. Look at her ears. Make them like curl forward. I like it when you do that. It's really cute when you do that with Come on. I hope we will be hearing lots of Jennifer Love Hewitt and LFO. You like fun dip and cherry Coke. I like the way you laugh when I tell a joke. When I met you, I said my name is Rich. You look like a girl from Abercrombie and Fitch. Or, how do I deal with you? How do I deal with me? No, I picked out Candy by Mandy Moore. That one for sure. And I think Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way is going to have to happen. Also, though, we're probably going to have to do How Bizarre. And then also, I don't think we're going to do Black Betty, but yeah, Candy by Mandy Moore, How Bizarre, and I Want It That Way. Those ones. There's another one, though. I need to write this one down because I keep forgetting. To write it down. Yeah, Bob Bizarre. Okay, everybody, it looks like Chrissy's live now. So, since I can't read, I have to do this instead. So head on over there. You'll see me in chat in a few minutes, and we're going to have a gay old time. All right? So send me to Content House. Send yourself to Content House, and we're all going to have a great time. But yes, and then tomorrow I'm going to be doing a live stream, and then right after that I'm going to be streaming with Brad on his channel. And Friday I will not be streaming, but I will be streaming with Zia on her channel. So stay tuned for all the excitement. And in the meantime, remember, nobody likes to do Trust Falls Alone, all right? I guess that just means we're having to do this again. Oh, no.
To an end, stars are fading, lights descend. Thank you for this time we spent. Memories shared, hearts well mend. We had such a great time here. Laughter, love, and moments dear. Every smile, every cheer. Now it's time to disappear. Oh, I will miss you till we meet again. Take care, my friend, my heart will stand. Until the day we start anew, forever hold our nights to you. Walking out into daylight, city's glow turns into night. Hold these moments nice and tight. In my dreams you'll shine so bright. Every goodbye leaves a trace of a night we can't replace. Take care in every space. Till next time we will embrace. Oh grace, I will miss you till we meet again. Take care my friend, my heart will tend. Until the day we start anew. Forever hold on nights to you. Of a night we can't replace. Take care in every space. Till next time we will embrace. Oh, I will miss you till we meet again.